Hello everybody, I'm SJM and welcome to Terrafirmacraft Reditus 2. Not sure on how to pronounce that one there, but it is a mod pack by AC Gaming. He has quite a few mod packs on the Curse launcher, so it seems like he is a seasoned mod pack developer, and in the few hours that I have played this and tested it out, it seems pretty good so far. I tried out Terrafirmacraft when it first launched in 1.12 a couple of years ago. I didn't like it at the time, but I found myself getting into grindier mod packs recently, and this it's kind of what Terrafirmacraft is a total it's expanding on the first stages of getting into Minecraft. So whereas a normal player can probably get themselves a full set of iron armor and tools on day one, maybe with a little bit of luck, but on day two for sure you can get yourself certainly quite set up. Minecraft days anyways, you can get yourself set up with full iron armor, and that's not happening in Terrafirmacraft. So it does kind of, expand on the whole beginnings section of the game. And so I do have shaders on, so I'm using SUS 1.0.0. It might make some of the nighttime stuff a little bit dark, so I might not be recording at night. So I'll probably skip that over until we get things lit up at any rate. But I did notice that it did mess with some of the controls. So the C button is typically used for zooming in with Optifine. So it's got a couple of conflicts in there, so we'll just go and reset some of these because until I know I need them, I'm just going to throw them onto something that I never use. Configure tool might be something that I need. Oh, little tiles. Yeah, I don't think I've ever used that. And the crafting GUI. So there is a setting if you go into mods and set up your Terrafirmacraft. Once you've made a crafting bench, you can actually craft right in your inventory instead of having to actually craft on a crafting bench. But you do have to go into the mod setting and set that up properly. I'm not super proficient on that, so I'm just going to be skipping out on that for now. So I did play a test world 1, test world 2, and I started a series which turned out I got pretty unlucky, and I really had a lot of trouble finding copper on that first world, which is the first metal that you need to get going into Terrafirmacraft proper. So I actually had to scrap that one. So SJM Terrafirmacraft R2, that'll work for me. And we'll just go, we'll set a seed. SJ's let's play. If you want to play along, there's a seed for you. Always throw cheats on when you're playing in mod packs, because this pack is still in beta too, so definitely more important to allow cheats. But even when I didn't have cheats on, it allowed me to go into creative mode right from the GUI menu, so it wasn't it's not something super imperative, but always handy to have it on there so you can use some of the slash commands if you need to recover anything. So the first 2 test worlds I popped into, I got attacked and killed immediately, like right away. And the 3rd world I didn't, and this world I didn't. So just goes to show you'll start off with a couple of books there. And we want to start off by right-clicking on some rocks and sticks. We can't punch trees at the beginning of Terrafirmacraft. You're just going to hurt your fist, waste time, and get nothing for your efforts. So you have to move to stone tools right away with these stones. So I am just going to collect up some of these. I'm not going to be making any tools here right away just yet. But we just continue on looking around, and we were looking to find some copper will be the first metal that we're going to actually pick up. I don't suggest picking up too much stuff off the hop here, because you can really clog your inventory if you just go picking up stuff all willy-nilly. Like if you make an axe and go chopping down trees, if you start picking up some of this magnesite and all the other metals that you are going to find lying around on the ground. So you're going to need quite a few rocks and sticks, so definitely grab as many of those as you can. If you start finding copper based things, you can start grabbing those too. So you saw an interface pop up a couple of times there with when I hit right click on with the rocks in my hand. So this is the napping interface. This is where you form your rocks into your tool pieces, and then you combine that with a stick to make your tools. So I'll just show you here. The first and most useful thing in the early game is going to be a shovel. So that's the way to make a shovel, is to just make it look like a shovel head. And the reason why we need a shovel first off is because we're definitely going to want to get clay. Clay will be very important for the early game there. So as you go through some of the mechanics in Terrafirmacraft, you'll open up more and more chapters in the book. So if we'll notice right off the hop in the book, not a lot of stuff's going to be open in here. So a couple of things are going to be open here, getting off the ground, basic materials. If you're not getting attacked right away, definitely go ahead and start reading the book up. Otherwise, I'll provide you with the TLDR of the book. Now, I did find, if you noticed a second ago, my first pieces of copper. So we've got some native copper nuggets around here. There are 3 different types of copper. So there's native copper, there's tetrahydrate or something like that, and a third kind, which I can't remember off the top of my head. But what we always want to do when you find some of this lying on the ground is mark it on your journey map. Copper. And I'm not going to enable the actual markers just yet, but when I need to come back and find where copper is, I know where I found it on the surface, because this will typically indicate that there is a vein of copper below. So, and I don't need any of this other stuff just now. Bismuth I might want, but I'm not going to grab it just yet because I'm avoiding trying to clog up my inventory too much right now. And if I get enough copper right off the hop, we'll just move straight to copper. But bismuth would be used to make an alloy, which you can kind of skip doing a lot of the copper stuff if you can go straight into bronze. And bismuth bronze is one of the types of bronze. We'll go over that in a future episode. So I will just continue on here. We'll just take a look at the general mini-map. Couple of tips for if you're going to be setting up your base. You definitely want to be close to fresh water. So this is salt water here. I can tell by the color of it. And this is fresh water. It's a little bit lighter in color. And the other thing that you kind of want to be close to, if possible, is a hot spring. And when I find a hot spring, I will show you that and just go over why at that time. But for now, I am just going to wander around. There is no rush to getting a shelter set up, because the vanilla hostile mob spawns are they don't spawn on the surface. They will only spawn in caves underground. you will have to worry about hostile animal mobs. So that's kind of one of the things you want to keep your eye out for: lions, tigers, and bears. Well, in this mod pack, it's bears and cougars and coyotes. And then the other thing you want to look out for is that there are some flowers which will indicate that there is clay beneath it, because you can't quite see the clay with the grass on top of it. But some flowers will indicate that there is a clay deposit below it, and that's kind of what you're looking for when you're doing your first exploration, so that you can get yourself a couple of, at least 2 stacks of clay to get started. So I'm just going to keep continuing on here. I guess the other one tool I can make right away are knives, because we're going to need some straw. So the knife is just like this, and you'll get 2 knife blades. If you just carve out a T, then you'll get 2 knife blades there. And once again, this is all in the book here. If we just, I've got some bookmarks already set up over here from my last playthrough, but rock napping, and that's found through your entry index. And if you just go on rock napping, and then you can click add bookmark over here, and then this will give you how to shape all of your tools that you could want. But yeah, we'll just throw together our 2 knives so that I A, have something to defend myself with if I need, and B, I have something that I can start grabbing straw with. So breaking grass with the knife will give us this straw, which will be an important resource for the beginning as well. So I'll be just looking out for more copper, grabbing some sticks, keeping grabbing on sticks and rocks, and watching for wild animals, because the last thing we want to do is get killed on the first day here. So just keep my eye out, and I guess when I find some clay or something else interesting, I will come back. We'll do a short little jump cut here to find something interesting while I just kind of explore my world and look out for things. Okay, so I finally found some clay. So I found these looking flowers, the Ethereum ferns. These are one of your indicators for clay underneath, and then you can also see it sometimes from the side, and that will indicate that that's clay there. But yeah, looking for the flowers is a much better, much more sure prospect for finding the clay. So we'll just dig this up. I did see a bear earlier, but I kind of thankfully caught him out of the corner of my eye while looking down and digging up stuff before he got too close and got aggroed on me. Oh, I don't need that. I just need some clay. And I'm gonna grab quite a bit for now, because I don't want to have to find more later. So I'll just grab 2 stacks for now. We'll need more than that for sure during the playthrough, but we can always grab more later. And as I said, just kind of want to be a little bit more careful on what we actually get into our inventory here, because we are going to need some food as well. So let's just make sure you're grabbing some berry bushes. 5 or 6 should do for now. And the other food sources you can find out here will be like regular plants, but you might want to, even if you find a plant, just mark it on your journey map and then come back and harvest it when it's actually fully ready to go, instead of like maybe if you harvest something before it's mature, you might only get the seeds out of it, and you might not actually get any of the food out of it. So that is it for the first episode. I will just keep on looking around off camera, and then we'll come back for the second episode after I've got more copper and may possibly found a place to call a first base or a temporary base. So here we've got cabbage. We can see it's only at 81% growth, so I don't want to break that just now. And we've got coyotes over there, so kind of got lucky that they didn't see me. Yes, so that is it for the first episode. Hope you enjoyed. Throw a thumbs up if you want to see some more Terrafirmacraft. And we will see you in the next one.